Why I was wrong about Alex Pereira.
Declare the winner by TKO and new UFC undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira.
Alex Pereira now is a 3-time UFC champion. No UFC champion has ever lost a belt like that and then came back and got it in quick fashion and made it that easy. No champion's ever done that before.
Alex Pereira is coming off an easy first-round knockout finish over Magomed Ankalaev. And going into the fight, although I did think this fight would look very different from the first time, and I did think Alex Pereira would be a lot more aggressive, at the end of the day, I thought Alex would overextend himself and eventually get countered by a fast and really talented counterpuncher in Magomed Ankalaev. But obviously, as the fight played out, Alex was super aggressive and he was able to find a very easy sub-30-second knockout on Magomed. But quickly, before we get the video started, for those of you who may not know, I'm JuicyMMA. I make opinionative MMA content, and if you guys enjoy videos similar to this, hit that subscribe button, as only 10% of you watching are actually subscribed. But also, if you guys are enjoying the content and want to support the channel, be sure to hit that join button for members only live streams, videos, alongside with other perks as well. But anyways, let's get into it. Wow, what an amazing performance from Alex Pereira. He pressured immediately as soon as the fight started. He was able to do a great job at cutting off the cage, putting Magomed essentially in the corner until eventually he found an opening to land a big right hand only 25 seconds into the fight. Then from there, he was able to land 12-6 ground and pound elbows, and from there, the fight was all but over. Just a very dominant and a very easy performance from Alex Pereira, and honestly, there's an argument to be made that that was the easiest fight of his career, and this was definitely a fight that a lot of fans didn't expect Pereira to win the first time, but especially in the rematch here. But this was a very easy performance and a very easy win for Alex Pereira after it's all been said and done. But a question that some of you may be wondering at this point is what changed between the first fight and the second fight for Pereira? Well, in my opinion, it comes down to one thing and one thing only, and that's pressure. When Alex is able to stay on their front foot, he's one of the fighters, honestly, in the entire UFC. He's able to utilize a lot of his different weapons, but also on top of that, of that left hook or even his right hand in this case. If Pereira is able to land clean on you, it's very devastating. We saw what he was able to do to Yuri Prochazka in 2 different fights, and we also saw what Yuri was able to endure in this fight versus Khalil Roundtree, which kind of just shows you the type of nuclear power that Alex Pereira has. And when he's on the front foot, it just leaves more openings and more opportunities for Pereira to land cleanly. So in this fight between him and Magomed, obviously Pereira was on the front foot, really had Magomed backing up pretty significantly, cornered him alongside the cage, and from there he was eventually able to land that big right hand, and most importantly, he was able to land it cleanly. So that was the real difference in this fight compared to the first time. Now, even with the pressure, although it was a really short fight, his leg kicks were a lot more effective in this fight compared to the first time. In the short fight, Pereira was able to land a couple of calf kicks on Magomed, and they had somewhat of an effect as Magomed did quickly switch stances. So I do think the pressure that Alex Pereira had and showed in this fight was the main differentiating factor, and from there he was just able to have a lot of success, and in this case he was able to find a very quick finish. But another question that some of you may be wondering at this point is what do I think is next for Alex Pereira? Well, at this point I think he has to move up to the heavyweight division. Of course, you could do a third fight versus Yuri Prochazka, and based upon how good Yuri looked, at least at the end of that fight, it is kind of compelling. But at the end of the day, I think the third fight would play out very similarly to the first 2 fights. I just think Alex is a really bad stylistic matchup for Yuri based on his skill alongside with his nuclear power. And of course, technically you could do the Carlos Ulberg fight, but I don't think either one of those options are even close to as exciting as Pereira potentially moving up to the heavyweight division and contending for the championship belt, whether that's against Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, or even a guy like John Jones. I think those sort of fights are way more compelling than some of the fights he has at the light heavyweight division. But I guess only time will tell what does end up happening with Alex Pereira and what decision he decides to make. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy, check one of these 2 videos popping up now, and until the next time, peace out, guys.